Good morning and welcome to Grace Community Church. I am your pastor, Kim Williams, and I am thrilled that you are worshiping with us this morning. I have a lot of announcements, so buckle up because it's an action-packed morning as far as stuff happening around the church. I am overjoyed to report that the Iris sale on Thursday raised over $400, I think is what Don and Sharon were telling me, and that is pretty awesome. Not only will many gardens be just so beautiful because of this, but we will also be able to extend the mission of our church that much further with our Christmas baskets and things like that. So that's amazing, and God is so good. Coffee hour has been moved to today in order to move our cabinet meeting to next Sunday. You are heartily invited to join us after worship at 11:30 online for maybe one of those most fun hours of your week. And trust me on this. Last week we talked about chainsaws. I mean, you never, ever, ever know what's going to come up during coffee hour. And I'm pretty sure we formed some sort of like ladies chainsaw society. It was the most awesome thing ever. I'm still like having the most fun thinking about that conversation. So you never know what we'll talk about. Join us. It's really wonderful to see your faces and hear your voices. If you don't receive the emails from Mary Jo, then just shoot me an email. My email address is underneath this video on our worship post. We also will have cabinet next Sunday, and so that's November 8th at 11:30 online. The Big Red Church in Fresno is going to be offering some really super delicious meals for pickup on November 17th and November 14th. Proceeds will benefit the Fresno Clovis Crop Walk, and this annual fundraiser supports both local food pantries as well as the work of Church World Service. The link for that flyer will be underneath this video on the worship post as well. Just a reminder, I have office hours on Tuesday of every week. I will be there at the church in person, 11:30 to 2:30. Feel free to drop by for a masked and socially distant chat or pastoral care or whatever it is you might need. I can also arrange to have Zoom meetings and phone calls, so just let me know whatever you need. I look forward to hearing from you. Crochet and Bible study are coming back. Woohoo! I'm really excited about this. We are starting this Friday, November 6th. Crochet is at 9 o'clock in the morning and Bible study will be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And please note that both crochet and Bible study have moved from Mondays to Fridays. So Fridays are your day for those activities. And I hope to see you with your mask. The Sequoia Association is collaborating on an Advent devotional that will be written by members of each of our churches. And I'm inviting any writers, artists, contemplatives, or armchair theologians to jump in and help with the creation of this devotional. If you're interested in submitting a reflection for one of these days, please let me know. I also want to remind you that pledges should be turned in ASAP so we can create our budget for 2021. I mean, they were technically due yesterday, but I have a feeling that the fine folks that are tasked with creating our budget would be thrilled to have it in the next couple of days from you, just so we can look at the year ahead and go from there. And finally, I know we have so many announcements today, but this is really, really important. In light of recent events in the Supreme Court, I want to let all of our LGBTQ siblings in Christ know that you are so loved. You are beloved by God. You are whole and your love is beautiful. As marriage equality is again being brought into question, I know this is a really scary time. As your lay minister, I am authorized to perform weddings, but my standing is limited to this setting. And I don't mean this setting in my backyard, but the setting at Grace Community Church. So if you're concerned about getting married ahead of any Supreme Court decisions, I will officiate for you. Or if you are joining us this morning from a distance, I have several friends and contacts all throughout the state and several people even throughout the United States that I can connect you with if you are looking to get married ahead of any of these decisions. I know that this is a nerve-wracking and scary time, So please let me know how I can support you. And I also just want to make sure you know that you are so loved by God, and you are so loved here at Grace Community Church. And with that, I invite you to breathe in deeply and center yourself for worship. Inhale. And as you exhale, picture all of your anxieties and your election burnout and your extended pandemic fatigue being just lovingly scooped up by God and held for safekeeping. Let us worship God.